And why on the left side like that, or actually?
So this one goes in the left.
Mm-hmm. Or at the top, and then you're gonna go through.
Anyway, at the top, it doesn't matter, right? As long as I'm in the top.
Because you're gonna nail all
right, I'm at the top.
Standard bolt stick wise, the nut would actually tighten because of the way the wire is set. You want to try to when you get the first twist in, you could use the plier. But those are still big for you.
It's okay.
I don't know, do you want to? You don't have to cut them automatically anymore.
It's all right. So, like this, right? So because if they turn counterclockwise this way, then we're gonna want it to go overlapping on top. This one, right?
And then it's right.
You think it's too loose?
No, that's okay. Now you want to pull the.
So it's hard for me.
Oh, okay.
So like this.
Yeah, and then you pull this to lock it, and you would notice that it's not going to move. Yeah, these are right.
There you go.
Okay. And you got two of them.
You think I did that? Mm-hmm. So go like this.
Mm-hmm. And then you can kind of
guide it.
Coax it to twist too. And then you pull it, and it should be now. Like reload it. Yeah, there you go. Reload it.
Mm. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then you want to get 6 to 8. So the safety wire tends to be.
So still a little bit more.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because then you could finish by hand.
Right.
Because you don't want to have to unwind.
So let that go.
And then you're like, okay, I'm going to be on the left side of the nut because if the nut has to. If this is pulling up, I want it to be tightening that way.
Right, so I'm letting this guy going out this way. This way, right?
Yeah.
Positioning this dude this way.
And you could use the duck bill too if you want to just pull the duck bill. There you go. Yeah.
Okay. Looking good. And now this one goes on top now, right?
Right.
Because before we did
that's going to be
the other
pushing
one on top.
it down, right? And that's so that you got your backward S. If this is trying to turn, it's pulling this one to the right. And that's the idea. Then you weave down and you get to the next one.
All right. So better than before.
But that's what I mean. Then we just push dash one to the left over right, and then when we do it, it's not going to.
All right. Right, and then finish it by hand.
And you want to make the backward S be on the left side.
Goes in here. So this guy will go. Okay.
There you go.
Okay. All right, my dude. Found this guy.
And if you're going to use the pliers, you got to go that way because the pliers will only turn to the right. And that's what I was saying. Yeah.
So now we put this guy this way.
This way.
This
no,
way.
the left over right. Yeah. Left over right. There you go. Right. And then now you're just going to make the pigtail so it doesn't matter.
So keep going. So this one I could do by hand only because it's just a pigtail.
Yeah, and that looks good.
And I would cut it, right?
And yeah.
And now we're going with the pliers. Cut this guy out.
Now what's good with the needle nose, instead of using duckbill, because the needle nose are so small that it's going to give you like a twist, like right back into the nut itself. Right.
Like this.
And then you can push it closer.
Right.
But so it's good because the idea is the concept, right? That you, if this is loosening, it's tightening. If it's loosening, it's tightening.
I just like it that I know how to use this now.
And that's like in a nutshell.
Right. Okay.
And the more you do it, then it's going to look different. But it's the idea that it can look pretty, but if it's in the wrong place, then it's not good. But that's like you got it in the right place.
The idea.
And that's the same, going to be the same for.
All right, and now we're going to do this turnbuckle. Double twist spiral.
Just like the back. They say you can use single, but I would. And we're gonna do double. Okay, so we're gonna put in just through the top here, and we're gonna put this wire going like this. So just like that, right? Then we're just gonna put the next one in, and we're gonna do the same thing, but in the other. It kind of like it won't matter what you.
Right.
It does the same thing. So it's a double twist.
Okay.
Now 2 pieces of wire in there.
Okay.
And you do want the one.
Have one on top,
this
one
way,
on bottom, like this.
Yeah. Then just put it like that.
Wait, you have both on top and bottom. Okay, so you have both on top, both on bottom. So like this. Like this.
Yeah. Well, still one, like one ends up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and then you're gonna go, like, get this out the way so you can. That's just like out of the way because you're working on one side at a time.
Right.
Yeah. So then you're gonna take this. Yeah, just a couple. Just pull it kind of snug, and then we're gonna spiral like this. So we're gonna take this. We're gonna take the 2 bottoms and we're gonna cross them.
Regardless of which one's on top or bottom.
Yeah, and then we're gonna bring it up. Now at the top, you will see an X because we're gonna do the same thing on the top. We're gonna spiral. Then we're gonna do it again. So we're double twist spiral. Okay. Now, we're at the bottom, right? We're gonna take one side and we're gonna put it through here.
And that's the side that came up this way. I'm gonna put it through the hole.
Right.
Okay.
Then we're going to take the other one and we're going to put it through the. I got a little kink. You don't want to. You definitely don't want these kinks. But the other side, yep, you're going to go through there now again, right through there. All right, there you go. Now you pull that and you got to try to get some of the tension out of it. There you go. Now you just take one, either one, it doesn't matter, and you're gonna bring it forward.
You didn't want to bring it around there, you just want to bring it around here. Got
Just
it.
bring it forward, yep. Then you take the other one that didn't go, and then that's when you start your 4 wraps minimum, right? So you're just gonna wrap it around.
Is this guy just hanging off to the side?
Yeah, it's just pointing straight out, yep, along the. And the other one is holding it in place, so a minimum of 4. And if you have space, you could actually do more. And what I mean is, like, you don't want to, you want to leave enough cable because now you have to wrap the other one, and you don't want them to be on top of each other. So you could go with 4 right there. And what I've done actually before is then, now I'll wrap this one. You cut it off now at 4. You cut that, and then you're done. Yep, you did 4. So. Look, I'll cut it right there. And you cut it, and then you'll take your duckbill. You can actually flatten it. Yeah. Then you take the other one that was just there, and then you just wrap it in place where it's at. And you do a minimum of 4. And you're just wrapping it right on top of itself.
And you wrap it as going backwards.
Yep, it's coming back towards
Okay.
the one that you did. And that's what I mean, you could do 4 or 5, but now see where they're actually running into each other. So if it was a bigger piece of turnbuckle, you could use, you could do more. The FAA says a minimum of 4, 4313, but if you went more, minimum of 4 means if you could do 5 or 6 if you wanted to. But we couldn't do it because they see we would be running out of space there. And I always would, and then the other side you would do the same thing, right? You would do the
All right.
cross over each other like that, and then if you go to the bottom, cross over again. So it's a double
down
spiral.
Here, right. So then I'll go across this guy.
Yep. And then at the bottom you cross your hands again. Then you put one into the left and one to the right. I didn't see them. You know, what's that what you were saying
Hmm?
to loop that? What I did spin it around there this time. It doesn't say, but I took it around once and then.
All right. Let's go forward. This guy here.
Then I just wrapped them both and then I cut them at the same time. Just making changes, but yeah, that's good.
Not as tight as I hope, but it's fine, right?
Yeah, as long as you get the. And what you could pull it with a cable, but once you definitely got it right. And 4, and then you could do the. You have enough room to do the other one.
I can just cut it. Okay.
That one, and then that is it.